Welcome to Resurrection Sunday, where I play a fondly remembered game from my childhood through the objective lens that only time can allow to see if my childhood memories are accurate, or more likely, I should probably use this as a catalyst to reevaluate all of my childhood memories that I assumed were fond. Get right into the story. NES story is my favorite. So why is Iron Tank fondly remembered? There's a couple of reasons, which I will get to after the story. On June 5th, 1944, the United Forces begin landing operations on Normandy. So far, so historically accurate. There was but one man to carry out this secret mission. Not sure that's as historically accurate. His name? Many ellipses. He was Native American. Paul, the young hero of Command Unit 88, the top secret unit called Iron Snake. Because of course it was called Iron Snake. This mission was to be his most dangerous assignment. What would become of him? Would he follow his orders? Ooh, so there's a potential he will not. So why is this game so fondly remembered by me? Well, for two reasons. Maybe three. Two reasons. One, this is the first game I remember playing all night as a kid. Just staying up all night with a friend. I had a friend come over, stay the night, and he actually brought over not just his NES. Okay, I gotta get used to these controllers. I have not played this game since probably 25 years ago, I guess. He brought over his Nintendo Entertainment System, but also his TV, his giant effing CRT TV, which back then was not called a CRT TV. It was just called a TV. So, wow, those are big soldiers. So what the other reason why it's fondly remembered is because this was a game where I learned kind of what a password was. We stayed up all night playing this game, and we really did not want to turn it off. It was very difficult for us to turn it off. I don't know if running over these guys is the best idea, but it's the most viscerally intoxicating way to go about it. So it was the first time we had learned what a password was, and that was important because, again, we had played this game for a long time and we're very upset. So we wrote down the password at the very end of the game. Ooh, I'll save you. Thanks. You're welcome. How about thanks a lot or many thanks? No, just thanks. All right. Why is this on a radio? I don't know. Logic doesn't exist. And he still says thanks. Logic didn't exist back then. So we played this game all night, and it was very scary to turn it off. We wrote down this password, which we didn't know what a password was at the time, just on a whim. And lo and behold, when you put the password back in the system, it tells you that, or it lets you play from the stage that you left at. Oh god, that's not good. And that was just very surprising to us. It was almost like an epiphany. It was something amazing. So I'm glad we were able to do that. I can't go down there. Okay, when I run over these massive dudes, I get energy back. That's good news. So I haven't played the game in 25 years, and as of right now, it's pretty fun. The controls are very difficult, actually. You have to... So the D-pad moves your actual tank around, but you'll notice that my gun turret actually stays in one position. Well, in order to change that, I have to hold the fire button and move in a direction. That's a little weird. That's very weird. So earlier I alluded to there actually kind of being three reasons why this game satisfied. Ooh, I remember this, where you got multiple choices, multiple paths. The third reason why this game has some fond memories is because this was the game where I first got angry for not being able to destroy Nazis. More on that later. What else about this game? I didn't learn until later that this game is actually supposed to be representative of the invasion of Normandy. Of course, the subtitle of the game is The Invasion of Normandy. I get it now, but back then I didn't quite get it. Is this infinite scrolling? I think it is. Back then it just didn't quite register. Oh god. But so it didn't quite register back then. And now, of course, it does. And it makes me wonder, with these historical NES games, I wonder how reality is skewed with such poor graphics. I mean, now we have Call of Duty, we have all sorts of crazy games that will allow us to see, you know, battles in relative reality, I guess we could call it. But not so much here. But this does get at kind of my larger point about Hitler. Oh wait, I have a call, apparently. Let's go to this. My larger point about not being able to kill Nazis, and that is that this is one of the games, one of the many games that was actually subject to censorship when localized to America. Specifically, removing Nazi swastikas, things like that, which there's a whole interesting... there's an interesting bit about that I've actually been looking into recently, because I'm very interested in the idea of censoring Nazi swastikas and stuff, because for many reasons. One, the swastika itself is actually taken from a fairly peaceful sign. It was just sort of bastardized by the Nazis, but also most German soldiers didn't wear Nazi armbands, or at least how I understand it, the German army didn't wear Nazi armbands. But that's how you always see them depicted, and that's one of the things that always gets removed. So if you're going for realism in a video game, you actually wouldn't have them wear armbands anyway. Also, people, I think, universally don't like Nazis, so why can we not... basically, the Nazi is just sort of a placeholder for the bad guy, right? Why not let that happen? So I'm sure there's reasons for it, and I might actually dig into it and actually explore it in a future video. I would really like to do that, actually. So, back to this Snake. I forgot my nickname was Snake. Not a nickname, my code name. And I don't think in the Army they call them nicknames. That's a little bit too schoolyard. Watch out. Use radar. Gigantic enemy objects up ahead. I think I remember this. This is kind of coming back to me. There's a giant tank I have to kill coming up. I'm excited about this. So, this game is developed by... Let me go. What happens if I turn all these on? Yeah. This game is developed by SNK, which I think most people would be more familiar with... Oh, that's cool. Would be more familiar with fighting games. SNK was big into fighting games. And they were, you know... oh, goodness. Hey, that was easy. SNK was big into fighting games. King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, The Last Blade. But also, this was not their only foray into... does foray just mean one? Because then you could only have one foray. This was not their first foray into the world of the war. They're also very famous for Metal Slug, the Metal Slug series. So, you know, they have bona fides. Oh, you take 2 hits. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Let's see. Some other games that remove Nazi propaganda. Dang it. Bionic Commando was probably the first and most famous. There was also Golgo 13, which is a game I've never actually played, but really, it interests me, and I would like to play it. I just haven't yet. Ooh, goodness. Oh no! Oh, that was dumb of me. Forgot you can't go back. That is something I don't miss about early games like this, because I believe it was probably a software limitation where you couldn't go back, because basically the game had to send something to the garbage collector, you know, the garbage collection process that happens when you no longer need an asset. And so that's, I think, why they do that. I don't like it, but that's what they do. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, Golgo 13 was another one, which again I haven't played, but I'd like to. And the Rocketeer for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and Wolfenstein is one that's very much people know about. Oh man, another call. Let's go ahead and get this here. Contact our spy, Tommy J. He is in prisoner's camp. He will give you info on long-range bullet ability. Why don't you just give me that info? Now, so far, this is actually a really fun game. And like, legitimately, there's no like nostalgia forcing me to pretend that there was fun with this. So I gotta kill those guys. It's genuinely fun. Oh, that was not good. Genuinely fun. Oh man, this is not good. Yeah, it's genuinely fun. It's hard as shit, though. I mean, well, it's Nintendo. Oh no! Yep. Dying. Whew. I can definitely see why I stayed up all night playing this as a kid. It has some fun aspects to it. It's going to be the same call, but I'm going to go ahead and answer it, because otherwise it's going to be ringing. It's going to be annoying. Okay. So pattern recognition. I need to figure out patterns here. Ooh, that was not good. Oh no! God dang it. Ooh, I am no! That was... Wow. I was just too cocky about that. I need to... Why didn't I switch to my other bullets? I probably still had plenty left. Hey, what happened? Wake up. Want to try again? Yes or no? I'm going to say no, just because I want these videos to be short and sweet. But what's my overall takeaway? Was my childhood, is my nostalgia correct? And I'd say, yeah, it's still a really fun game. I could definitely see why I stayed up all night playing it. I can definitely see why writing down a password was sort of my last-ditch effort for something. Again, we had no idea what a password was. We just knew it was a number we should probably write down. Leave a note in the comment below about a game that maybe you want to see me play or that you remember fondly from your childhood. And if I also remember that game fondly from my childhood, then I'll go ahead and put that up at the top of the list to actually play. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to do these every Sunday and start a little series here and have some fun with it. So I hope that you had fun watching it. Please subscribe if you'd like to. I do videos like this. I do videos, other Let's Plays, and then I also do some more think pieces, some in-depth type pieces, which are my favorite, to be honest. I love doing those. It's just they take a little bit more time. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and give this video a like if, in fact, you liked it. I would appreciate that. Thank you.